Welcome everybody, welcome everybody. So in the recent past few days, I have been seeing this topic circulate through the net about men going overseas and getting their passports to find their preferences, steering away from the modern black woman. And also in the recent past history, we have been hearing people speaking about dating out as well. But now this new passport situation has came up that men are going to be going overseas to find them a wife and bring them back to the States. And it's a bit concerning and disappointing because you kind of ponder on how did this come to be? How did it get so bad out here in the dating world that people have to go overseas to go find them a husband or a wife? And you would think about the United States being, a free country, and everybody usually comes here. People are usually trying to find them a husband or a wife within the States so they can bring them here because they're trying to get away from something. You ponder the idea of why would a person want to go overseas? Is it that bad here that we can't find a mate? We can't find a husband or a wife? And you look at the dating world nowadays and you see how bad it's gotten with communication, how bad it's gotten with morals, integrity, loyalty, money, security, and status. Everything has ego-driven expectations attached to it. Nothing is natural and normal the way it used to be. And it's part of the reason why the black man and the black woman is at competition now and can't get along. There's money even attached to the conversation of black unity. So self-gain for any divide is always beneficial to the leading source. Now, if you think about these people overseas, they are a lot more disciplined and they way behind in the times when it comes to social values. Because of some poverty and strict government rule over there, it makes them want to venture out into the States. And a lot of people know that they're willing to comply to most things that the modern person won't. They're willing to do what they got to do to get their foot in the door. And don't think that these people can't get corrupted when they get over here, because we were not even always how we are today. We used to stick together. We let a few people change our mindset because we are unsure of the things that we do and we are unsure of how we should move about in this life. With an oppressive mindset, you're always going to think that you need something fancy to cover it up with. We're looking to see what the rich is doing so we can copy that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but the difference is the mindset changes along with it. The problem we have in this modern world collectively is that we think that we can find a easy, quick fix. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's exit out this. Let's throw away that. And if we can't fix what's going on in our community within our country, then it's safe to say that no matter what we do, we will always be the problem. Let's say this is the solution. What would a person overseas have to offer? What would they have to bring to the table other than being able to comply? A lot of us know the mindset of individuals outside of the country and feel that these people will be able to be conformed better because they're not as modern as us. And a lot of times you do see a lot of men, I've seen this before because I've been in the military, they will go and marry somebody that they met overseas, being that they've been deployed there or they had been overseas. They'll come back to America with somebody that they met over there. And what I've come to realize about black men and black women dating overseas is that black men are looking for someone to comply and be on their program. They want to be able to lead. But women want somebody that's more relatable when it comes to their culture. That's why you don't see them really dating out as much as black men do. But dating overseas might not always be guaranteed to last. It could last a long time, but it's not always the case. Some of them do what they have to do, like I said, to get their foot in the door until they're over here. They stay with you a few years and then they go on about their business. They start a business and they get conformed with the rest of the world, because that's usually what happens when you're around people. You get conformed to how they do things. And so again, that's putting a band-aid on the situation. What are we going to do for our black men and our black women to make things better and to come to some type of conclusion to understand each other and not be in competition with one another? We see how it began, but we don't see an end, because honestly, an end would mean the end to a lot of people's career. A lot of people's career are banking on the competition between men and women, and whenever there's negativity or a trauma bonding effect, people tend to find some type of comfort in that, even if they see no resolution or they get a temporary solution. At the end of the day, money is being made out here, and not only is money being made out here, everyone has an agenda. Even people overseas have an agenda, whether that be to use us or whether that be to make money themselves. Everybody wants to benefit in some type of way, but we are not able to see what's beyond approach because we are only centered in what's going on right in front of us. So of course we're going to think that anything other than what we have centered in front of us is better for us because we don't know anything about it. I've seen over the years people going in blindfolded, trusting processes and coming back with no results because they think something different is the better option. And I just got to be honest with my people. If we're not doing any self-work, if we're not taking any type of accountability in our lives and not doing things according to how they should be done, nobody's going to want to put up with you. Nobody's going to want to put up with you. They'll do it for X amount of time to get what they want and what they need out of you if they see that they can get something out of you. But other than that, they're not going to want to deal with you. Negativity is hardwired in us. We look to find the insults and stay fixated on the mistakes and criticism that we can't see a greater impact in compliments or even just doing a great deed or service. Negativity and bad news always draws more attention than good. And I say that to say, who are we to say that another person, another gender is not good enough when we are the same as them? We're all in the same boat. We're all living this modern life, wanting to find a slave to put up with our mess. Are we even willing to give up our modern lifestyle to satisfy our partner? Or will our partner just be our slave? It raises a lot of questions on what is the motive around the mindsets floating around this energy and in this space. It raises a lot of questions on what people are even looking for out here and why the dating world is the way it is, because a lot of people are not just willing to do the work. A lot of people want to get quick results. Why is it that we want to be more gentle and soft when we're dating out? Why does the tone automatically change when we talk amongst each other, even when nothing has happened yet? We have become stereotypical amongst ourselves, already hardwired into the negative. It's safe to say that just the United States, period, we are lazy among any other country. And we have found ourselves dwelling in sensitivity, dwelling in things and not strengthening ourselves. We have little to no discipline in life. We have been free to do what we want to do, how we want to do it, and shape shift everything that goes on around us. We are the ones that dwell on insults and mistakes. We don't use it as a learning lesson. The reason for this is that negative events have a greater impact on our brains than positive ones. A lot of people can remember the negative stuff, but they have to search back to see if they can find something positive. Oh, I remember that good time. Oh yeah, I remember that good time. But they can frequently every day talk about the negative bias that's going on around them and in their community and in their lives. And it can have a powerful effect on your behavior, your decision making, and even your relationships. So when do we do the work? Everybody can remember that bad first experience that they had in their life. And bad first impressions can be difficult to overcome. That's why we have so many past trauma events that can have such a long lingering effect on our lives. In almost any interaction, we are more likely to notice negative things and later remember them more vividly than anything, even than the positive ones. A lot of people can't even remember what they ate yesterday or the day before that, but they can remember that first traumatic experience every single day of their life. And this is what we're leading with. So who's the problem? Black people don't get counseling. We don't shift our mindset. We don't think outside the box. Once we made our mind up and once we say, I said what I said, that's all she wrote. And so with a stubborn mindset, nobody can't change their mind about nothing. And that's the biggest problem that we're having out here when it comes to black men and black women getting together. Ego and control. what you're not gonna do. People can't even get to know each other on a natural level anymore because there's already rules in place of what you're not gonna do. We have become too conceited and brainwashed. We can't even see that it's just us sometimes just needing to do better. Cut out all this social media and nobody can't tell you you're doing it wrong. The only reason people shapeshift is because they have been planted with a different idea or a different perspective in their minds other than what they know is right. And so when somebody is telling you you're doing it all wrong, you're going to second guess yourself. Don't continue to let the world make a fool out of y'all. Be in the world, not of the world. And if y'all want a more traditional lifestyle, start practicing that, because we didn't have all this stuff back then when things was a lot better with our men and women. Start practicing that and you will see the results, and get with somebody that has the same mindset as you do. And stop allowing the media to use your trauma for self-gain. When you feel yourself start getting caught up, you got to catch yourself. I had to take me a break from YouTube. I took me about a 2-3 month break from YouTube. And sometimes you just got to take a break from some things. Sometimes you have to discipline and challenge yourself and do the work every single day in order to even attract these people that you're looking for. But I'm done talking. You guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know y'all thoughts on this. We may not all think alike, but I appreciate y'all comments. So you guys go ahead and leave some comments below. I'm out.